Hey guys, it's Max Comics here, and I just wanted to share with you this box that I just got from wolfblitzed. So, some purchases that I got from an auction. I'm gonna move the mic because I've had complaints lately that I'm too quiet, and I get that. Okay, here's where I want to start. So, I love the cover on this one, so I picked it up. This is shiny. I don't know if you can tell, but it's very shiny. And I love it. I'm gonna look out for the other two of the series, but I got number 1 of 4 and number 3 of 4, so I'm just gonna have to find 2 and 4. But so far not a big fan of Wolverine, but that's probably because I haven't read a lot of his stuff. So we're gonna find out if I'm a fan or not. I got a lenticular. I'm not gonna hold all these up. That's silly. There we go. Right. I don't know if you could tell. It looks much cooler in real life. You're just gonna have to believe me on that one. Oh, see, look, I got it a little bit. You can see it looks 3D. It's not one of those lenticulars that changes cover. It's more 3D, which is just as cool, and in its own way, almost cooler, if you ask me. So, then I got Static Shock number 5. So I really like Static Shock, and I'm probably not gonna be able to afford picking up number 1 and all the whole series. So I might look out for the trade, because when I was a little kid growing up, I watched Saturday morning cartoons, and Static Shock was one of my favorites. Like right after Pokemon, as far as rank. Static Shock, I loved it. I was like, that's so cool. I was like, this is cool. And so it was probably one of my earlier probably one of my first like superheroes that I was into. I was into that and Teen Titans. Not that Teen Titans Go crap, but like actual Teen Titans was super dope. And I remember Batman Beyond. That was really cool. I liked the art in that. Like as a kid growing up, I was like, whoa, that's a slick Batman. And then almost complete run of the Infinity Gauntlet. I've got number 2, number 3. I like this cover. Number 4 and number 5. So that's going in the PC. Then I've got another lenticular, Justice League Dark, and again, it's just one of those. Oh, this one's different. This one you can see 2 different images completely, but that one still looks pretty 3D to me. Credit that to just plain great art. So I'm stoked. Got a collection. I'm hoping that I can display a lot of my books, because the whole point of buying cool covers is to look at them and what good are they doing if they're just sitting in a long box. So when I get a house, I'm hoping to have one room, no cats allowed, where I can like display all my stuff, unbox everything, not just toys and figures, but like comics too. And maybe I could figure out a way to do just a rotating display where like maybe for a week or so I'm displaying this certain series and then just switch it out for fun, because I enjoy that. Like I have art on my walls at home too that I enjoy, but then after a period of time you get accustomed to it and it's not as special anymore. So if you change it out more often, you appreciate it more. That's just my feeling. Now I got Dr. F for number 1. I've been hearing a lot about this, obviously, and I know there's a lot of hype and spec, and it's making money on the market, but I'm also curious, like, I see these covers, and I think that's a part of Star Wars that I could actually get into, like, not just as someone who just collects for the sake of collecting, but someone who appreciates stories. So I'm gonna read the first one. You've heard me say like the number one is the best way to get a taste of whether or not you like it or not. And then from there, I'll probably figure out a way to read it without having to drop buku bucks on the entire series. Like I'm definitely looking at for sake of collecting and for sake of my wallet, is the online Marvel reading comics, like looking at a subscription for that. So that'll be exciting. Plus, then I don't have to worry about like, ooh, I want to eat my sandwich, or I want to like also pet my cat, but I want to read a book and I want to be careful not to touch it too much. You know, I don't have to worry about messing up a book, you know. So, because I can touch my phone and be like, ah, fingerprints. Oh no. Oh wait, it's my phone. Who cares? Haha. So I know it's not the same as holding a real book, but for sake of story, it definitely gets the job done. So, and I also got Silver Surfer Black. I love this cover. This is my second copy. So VK's got number 2 he's holding on to for me, so I'm gonna hit him up for that for sure. VK Comics, go ahead and check him out. He's super cool dude. He's got so much stuff. He's super nice. He's doing sales too, so check him out sometimes. He's a really big fan of Star Wars, so if you like Star Wars, you better sub him up and follow him on Instagram, of course. He does live unpackaging of the cards, the Star Wars cards on Instagram, and they're pretty interesting. I watched one just yesterday, I believe it was, and he got a patch card of a Wookiee. It's like got like a fur. I've never seen that kind of thing ever before in my life, and I was like, "What the heck is this?" But I guess it's rare. So I was like really happy for him because he seemed pretty happy about it. So this is the last book in the box, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll just give it to you. It's fine. It's not a big book." But the issue is that it's a big book to me. I'm not a big DC fan, as I'm sure you can tell. But this book, this run, was important to me because, well, Titan, aka Patrick, loaned it out to me when I first started getting into comics a little bit. He's like, "You might like this, sure, like you can loan it out and you can read it." And I was going through some real tough troubles. I don't know if you guys know, but I live in this really like ghetto place, like actual literal. There's a lot of problems, crime stuff, what have you, slumlords. So like at the point in time, I had a massive hole in my ceiling, couldn't shower for a month at my own house. I was showering either at Patrick's or my parents because I couldn't shower. There's wastewater pouring in through the ceiling, so that entire bathroom was just closed off, and it was the middle of summer, and so I was like going around. So I took pictures, documented that, and I came up with a form and everything of what was wrong, and I went around to all my neighbors, and I was like, "Hey guys, tell me everything that's wrong with you. I'm going to the city inspector with all of this information." I was working so hard at it, and then I had a package delivered to my house, and it was just like hair care product, like under $10, and it was because it's Amazon. Even though I said, "Hey, like get a signature, drop it off with my neighbor who I trust, but don't leave it at the door," but they ignored that, left it outside, not only my door, but like outside, and somebody picked it up, stole it. They opened it, saw what it was, and chucked it in the dumpster. So I suspected that's what happened because I got the notification it was delivered. I asked my neighbor, she's like, "No, we didn't get any package." And I went to the dumpster, which had just been emptied earlier that day. So it was a big old dumpster, completely empty. I look in there, there's my box. And inside of that box is what I bought. And I was so upset. I was like, you couldn't have the decency to like put it back in front of my doorstep or something. And so I had to go get like a box to put in the dumpster so that when I jumped in, I could get back out and I wouldn't be stuck in there like a raccoon trash panda. And I did that, of course, because, you know, get a life. I was so upset, though. I was so upset. I was like, I'm doing so much for this community right now. I'm, like, going to the state. I'm going to the city, and I'm, like, trying to help them. I'm trying to make this place a better place for every single one of us. And one of my neighbors just straight up stole my package from me. And, I mean, yeah, it's not an important thing that was delivered, but the fact that you took it and you just threw it away. Like, that hurt. I was so pissed. I was like, fuck it. I'm not doing anything anymore to help these people. Fuck it. And reading Ragman that night, because I was reading it that night that happened, and that I was just like so stressed out, and I was ready to just say fuck this community. And this is all about fighting for a community who won't even stand up for you. And it hit me right here, and I kept on fighting. And long story short, like, not much happens to help us out. I don't know if the city inspector got paid off or what happened, but not a lot of good things changed. We still have had a broken dryer for about 6 months now that doesn't work. So, and we've got elderly people that don't have cars, and like in the middle of winter they have to take the bus if they want their laundry to be washed or cleaned and stuff, and it's god awful. But so a lot of things didn't change. There's a lot of excuses from the slumlords, but I decided to keep on fighting, and I followed through 100%. Continued interviewing all of my neighbors and everything, because this guy, he was like, some of you are my neighbors, and you don't do shit to help me, but I'm still gonna fight for you because that's what you deserve. And like, I was like, damn, right in the feels. So that's my silly, stupid little story. But that's the first time a comic book ever like really reached out to me and like made me emotional. So I've been trying to collect it. Hitting up a few people. I hit up Remi, or Robot Monster Island, James. I hit him up to see if he has it because I haven't asked him yet. So I just did that like 15 minutes ago. So thank you very much, wolfblitzed. This means a lot to me. That's why. Thanks for listening to my silly little story, everyone. So yeah. I didn't cry. That's cool. So everyone, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and please do follow my friends. I've got some really great people and that deserve your follows, with lots of great content out there. So, all right, check us out in the auctions. I'll probably be selling next week plenty, and I'm gonna convince myself to start selling a lot more of stuff that I initially bought that was like, yeah, I'm supposed to sell this to help me raise money so I can get a house, because I don't want to live here anymore. And I'm gonna have to convince myself to take it out of my PC because I somehow it wound up there. How did that happen? Wow, these books were just too good. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and have a wonderful night.